about planning for your specific situation?
Yeah, and let's start with a case, Joe. So I think our first case would be somebody that is married couple, 64 and 63 years of age, want to retire in 2 years. So investable assets, $600,000 in retirement accounts, $200,000 in non-retirement accounts, so about $800,000 to work with. Then you look at the current salary. $100,000 is what they're being taxed on. Really, it's $110,000 because they're having $10,000 withheld from their 401k. Taxes, they'll pay about $20,000 in taxes. Living expenses, about $70,000. So that's about $10,000 extra. Okay, not bad. But let's fast forward a couple years in retirement. Look at Social Security, about $30,000, and they still have living expenses of $70,000. So now they're short. They're short by $40,000. So we always want to take that shortfall and divide it into the investable assets. So $40,000 divided into $800,000, well, that's a 5% distribution rate, and that's a little bit higher than we'd like to see. We'd actually like to see closer to 4%, or in some cases less, and that's a really good five.
Yeah, you like that?
You did good.
Hey, I'm still getting used to this. This is like a challenge. I mean, you think retirement's tough. Try to write on this little item.
Oh, it's tough.
But, I mean, I guess going back, you got to find your shortfall. You take a look at how much money that you're spending, and then you look at what your fixed income source is. In this quick, simple example, it's like, hey, I want to spend $70,000 for the rest of my life. I look at, hey, I have $30,000 of fixed income. I take that, and then what's left over is this $40,000. That is your shortfall. Then you divide the shortfall by the assets that you have. In this example, it's $800,000. You want to look at just simple arithmetic. If it's over 4%, you're probably not going to get there. You're probably spending too much money, and the likelihood of you running out is fairly high. So you want to stay at that 4% level or lower. So going into the solutions here, what does this individual do, Al?
Yeah, I think number one, Joe, is this individual's only putting $10,000 into their 401k. So you want to max that out. You want to max that to $24,000. And if you think about the example, there's $10,000 extra anyway of cash flow. If you put an extra $14,000 into 401k, you're going to probably save about $5,000 or $6,000 in tax. So it's easy to do. Okay. Then we want you to do 2 Roth contributions. Both husband and wife are over 50, so they can do $6,500 each. They have the money outside of retirement to do that. Remember, a Roth grows 100% tax-free. Now, here's the key here, is probably the individual's going to need to work another year or reduce expenses by about $5,000 a year to make this work, to get closer to that 4% or even under 4%. And Joe, I think another one of the big ones is if you can wait, if you can delay on your Social Security, that $30,000 at age 66 becomes about $40,000 at age 70.
Most people now probably want to continue to work, and we have something for you that, hey, you know what? You don't have to retire at 65. There's a lot of people that are going to continue to work. Check this out.
Whether you're cooking up a new hobby or just hoping to phase into retirement, more people are looking to bring in some extra cash after they've reached retirement age. But unemployment for workers over 55 is on the rise. According to new numbers out of the Department of Labor, unemployment is at 3.7%. So it can be more challenging for seniors who want to go back to work. If you want to stay in the job market in your golden years, not all jobs have the same staying power. Healthcare is one of the areas with the biggest demand for workers with years of experience. From doctors to dentists, the demand is high, and so is the compensation. With the gift of gab, you can work at home as a blogger and set your own hours and work from anywhere in the world. No one knows more about retirees and what they're talking about and what they're passionate about than someone in their own shoes. Engineers with decades of experience are much sought after right now, bringing in 6 figures even if you just decide to be a consultant rather than dealing with the daily grind. Information technology managers can expect their years of experience to come with a big paycheck and not feel the push to take the golden watch. For Your Money, Your Wealth, I'm Lynn Stewart.
So I guess it depends on your occupation, right? If you're doing manual labor, it's very difficult to continue to do that. But if you have a desk job and you're using your mind, I would encourage you to continue to work as long as you possibly can, because you're going to enjoy it a little bit better in your retirement. Hey, speaking of retirement, we have our very own Jack Dugan. He's a senior investment advisor at Pure Financial Advisors. He's a certified financial planner. We're going to dive into some key techniques that you need to take a look at for sure when you plan for your retirement. Don't go anywhere. The show's called Your Money, Your Wealth. Good morning, everyone.
It's unlike any firm I've ever worked at.
The team here at Pure and the environment that we have
I believe is one of the key ingredients as to why clients choose Pure.
Your goals are our goals. Our team of certified financial planners subscribe to a higher standard.
Being fee only, not selling any products to our clients, I get to actually do what I went to school to do and actually helping clients achieve their goals.
To reach your financial goals, log on to our website at yourmoneyyourwealth.com or call 888-99-GOALS. That's 888-99-GOALS. Experience the Pure difference. Our people, our transparency, your empowerment. Pure Financial Advisors, trustworthy by design.
Back to the show, Your Money or Wealth. We're talking about planning for your retirement today, getting into some strategies that you want to take advantage of. Hey, for those of you who are watching this show, it might make sense for some of you to get maybe a class involved. I teach a retirement planning course all over Southern California, and that equation that is on that chalkboard is what you will learn after you spend 3 hours or 6 hours with me. Now, basically, if you want to learn how to put together on a financial plan on your own, this is definitely the class for you. We go how to create the retirement income that you need. We talk about taxes, how do you structure your overall investments, to risk management, to estate planning. It's 6 hours of adult education. I teach at most community colleges and state colleges here in Southern California. Check out yourmoneyyourwealth.com if you want more information about that, yourmoneyyourwealth.com. Now, let's see how you did at the true-false question.
If I start my own business at 70 and a half, I won't need to make required minimum distributions from my retirement accounts. That's a great question. The answer is false.
Well, it depends on how big your company is.
Well, it depends on what your ownership of the company.
Yeah, so if I start a company that has 50,000 employees,
yeah,
I'm good.
No, you're not, because you're more than a 5% owner.
Well, it's true. If it's a public company, I'm all right.
At any rate.
See, look at the big brain on Al.
Wow, look at you go. Look at you go. Let me try to answer it a little more simply, which is at 70 and a half is when you need to take a required minimum distribution, okay? So interestingly enough, whether you're working or not, you got to take this required minimum distribution from your old 401ks and from your IRAs. Now, if you have a current 401k and you're less than a 5% owner, you don't have to take the required distribution. But if you start your own company, probably by definition, you're 100% owner, 50% owner, something like that. So you would still have to take this required minimum distribution. But as Joe said, there are some exceptions.
Yeah, if you're still working, right, if you're over 70 and a half, you can continue to work until 80. You don't have to take that required distribution. That distribution starts April 1st, the following year after you retire. So keep working. I guess that's kind of the motive here, to keep you working forever. Don't retire.
That's no fun.
I know, it's so depressing. So let's figure out how you retire. Let's go to another case example here, Big Al.
Okay, yeah, so this would be somebody that just retired, age 66, and look at this. That person did pretty well. They saved $1.2 million in their retirement accounts and about $400,000 in their non-retirement accounts. So $1.6 million. Congratulations. And you look at the cash flow out in retirement. Expected $30,000 of Social Security, living expenses $50,000. So $20,000 is the shortfall. In other words, we need $20,000 from our portfolio to make this work. Now that's about a 1.3% distribution rate. That's a low distribution rate. So I'll tell you what, we're not concerned about cash flow for this individual. So it's not like you have